So we now have Belararox, ASX code BRX, a copper-focused exploration company advancing its flagship TMT project in Argentina's Vicuña district, as well as projects in Botswana. With drilling underway and multiple near-term catalysts ahead, the company is entering a pivotal exploration phase. Joining me today is Chris Gale, who's the Executive Director. Chris, over to you.
I promise you I'm not going to be longer than 5 minutes. But everyone's got to listen. Hi, I'm Chris Gale. I've just been made Executive Director of Belararox, BRX. I won't go into too much technical detail. I think you scan your code, you'll download our presentation, which has a lot more technical detail on it. Chris Blaze, our General Manager of Explorations here. We're going to be around RIU for the next 3 days, so we can cover a lot of that technical stuff off if you're interested a bit later. When I was asked to join Belararox, I looked at 4 key aspects of the company, for me, which makes a successful project, particularly in mineral exploration. And those 4 areas are the mineral, copper, and we'll talk about copper in a second, jurisdiction, location, the team, the exploration team, and the capital structure. Every one of those boxes would tick for me when I joined. I actually put my money into the placement. So looking through it and just diving down into that, copper, I think, has been a poor cousin for many, many years. I think I see quite a few analysts here, brokers. We've all been waiting for copper to have its day in the sun. Gold and silver have been fantastic. I think copper's next. The quality of copper, I'm told, by doing a rounds in the last few weeks, the quality of copper companies on the ASX, from what I'm told, is not great. This is a great copper play listed on ASX. 2 jurisdictions, same one in Argentina, probably the best jurisdiction in Argentina, and Botswana in Africa, also one of the best mining jurisdictions in Africa. The location of the project, which is called the TMT Project in Samoa, Argentina, is surrounded by the big guys. BHP just paid $3.5 billion to Linda Mining for a 50% JV. So we're talking about porphyries, epithermal targets, but we have great neighbours, and we all hear about neurology and all the rest of it. We all know that copper porphyries are extremely difficult to actually discover, but if you get it right, you get rewarded. So that was very important for me, that the projects themselves were key, number one. And moving on the exploration team, when I spent a bit of time with Chris and the team, very well run. Chris has now been made General Manager Exploration. He'll be running Africa as well. And I'm very excited about getting a team together, building on that team to actually have a discovery. So we have 2 great jurisdictions, 2 great mining, I suppose, locations. If we get one of those as a discovery, we'll be really excited, but if we get 2, we'll be even more excited. The other thing that was really important to me was not waiting for permits. I've been working in South America now for about 18 years, and permitting, community, all that type of stuff's really, really tough. These guys had all the permits. They just raised $8 million, so they're fully funded through this drilling program. And that was incredibly important to me, that we were on the ground, hitting the ground running. So currently we have 1 rig at TMT Project in Argentina, soon to be 2. We've just decided the board last week, and we announced this morning we're moving a 2nd rig up into Argentina. We'll drill about 5,000-6,000 metres. We've finished the 3rd hole, we're now on to the 4th, and we're going to put 2 really, really, I think, exciting holes, a 750-metre hole and a 1,000-metre hole into the edge of the porphyry target over the next 2 to 3 months. The other thing that I will say and finish on was the news flow. You know, we've got a company, there's drilling, funded. We'll start to have, I would suggest, assays, and we've announced that to the market this morning, will start flowing in March. That will move into April and May from Argentina. As soon as we finish the drilling in Argentina, which will be around the end of April, early May, we move immediately into Botswana and start drilling there. So we have 6 months of drilling, followed by 6 to 7 months of assay results. So there's not a lot of news flow. And by the way, you only need one hole, one good hole to come in. Chris, don't let me down. We've had this chat. And I really think with the amount of drilling, the planning we've done, there's going to be success not too far away. The capital structure, tight. We've got 260 million shares on issue. The top 50 own 68%. Market cap of around $18 million. So there's a lot of room for movement if we get it right. In closing, I think, with this drilling plan going on, news flow continually, it's not often you get a company that's got 6 months of drilling ahead of itself with 6 to 7 months of assay results coming out as well. So we're positioned really well to, I think, increase that market cap and shareholder value. So just watch this space. I implore you to have a look at that barcode, have a look at the presentation. As I said, Chris and I will be at RIU for the next 2 or 3 days. If you guys feel free to come up and tap us on the shoulder, and happy to go through it with a lot more detail. Thanks for your time today. And Jane and Abby, thank you very much for organising today. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, Chris. Thank you, Chris.